Why were there no such arrest operations for more than a week, as you mentioned, Natasha? Simply because Israel wanted to give a chance to that summit in Aqaba following the raid which we saw in Nablus last week, which ended with 11 Palestinians killed. Israel wanted to give a chance to that summit which convened on Sunday in Aqaba. As that summit was convening, in which Israel was perhaps given some kind of a commitment to reduce its West Bank incursions, those arrest operations, that the deadly terror attack in Hawara took place. The following day, another deadly attack where we are right next to Jericho, and with it the understanding that Israel simply cannot stop its arrest operations in the West Bank, simply because if Israel does not do it, no one else will. Yes, the Palestinian Authority on paper has to do it, but we're seeing it constantly in Nablus, in Jenin, and unfortunately now in the area of Jericho as well. This is simply not either not done at all or not enough, and not giving Israel any other option but to act by itself. Last night, as you mentioned, 8 people were arrested, not directly connected to what happened here near Jericho, but this marks the ongoing Israeli arrest operations.
Now, at this point, I mean, obviously we're seeing the images right behind you. It appears to be pretty calm where you're standing right now, but how long do military officials believe that this violence is going to spiral, especially given the upcoming Ramadan and Passover holidays?
It will surely not end before the Ramadan or Passover. This is a sensitive time already. We're going into Ramadan. We're going into Passover with very high tensions. I don't think anyone is expecting tensions to decrease during that period. After that, we have to see. Of course, it depends on what the Israeli government and the Palestinian Authority will do. We're not seeing really a lot of steps by the Palestinian Authority to try and curb violence coming from the Palestinian side. And on the Israeli side, is the current government one that is willing to give concessions to the Palestinians, with Finance Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir? Are these the two ministers willing to do concessions? Not so sure.
Well, you know, obviously you've been on the ground all day. Give us kind of a sense, paint us a picture of what the West Bank looks like right now, but quick answer.
I think what is concerning, especially here in the area of Jericho, is the understanding that up until 6 months ago, this was a relatively quiet area, a far cry from what is happening in Nablus and Jenin. Jericho was relatively quiet, not anymore. There was a deadly attack last night. There was a shooting attack on a nearby restaurant a few weeks ago. There was a car ramming attack right outside the place where we are, a few meters away. So Jericho was perhaps peaceful in the past, not anymore.